Hello there, my name is Thomas O'Regan. Over the last 3.5 years, me and my wife have built an 11 property portfolio. And I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about how I view properties and investing. And it may be different from a lot of people, but it's why me and my wife's portfolio has been so successful. And when I say success, I mean we've turned $45,000 of capital into $1 million worth of equity in 3.5 years. And the big thing that has got us there has been not sweating the small stuff. So when I say not sweating the small stuff, I mean there's usually three big things, three big criterias I look for in a property, and everything else that is not within those, that is not part of those three criteria, it just generally doesn't matter. And the proof's in the pudding, guys. Like when you turn $45,000 into $1 million in 3.5 years, that's the result you're looking for. And it is definitely, when it comes to the small stuff, I just don't even worry about it. What's the big stuff? Okay, the big stuff is this a good market to invest in? Has this marketplace, when I say is this good market to invest in, has this market, this property market, this area got good upside for capital growth? And generally for me, what that means is it's highly undervalued when you compare the property or the properties in the area to other areas that are similar within the same state or other states within Australia. Do they present value? Like for example, if you look at a property and I know everyone's going to be like, well, you can't compare Victoria to Sydney. Yes, you can. Like, I mean, no, there's a lot of things that are uncomparable, but you can make some sort of comparisons. Okay, so when you see a property that is 40 square meters or 50 square meters or whatever in Sydney, in an area like an affluent area close to the CBD, and then you look at the similar sort of property in an affluent area close to the CBD in Melbourne, you can compare those. And if one of them in Victoria, if the same property like for like is half the price of one in Sydney, for me that is undervalued. And of course, property prices in Victoria, well, I mean, property prices in Sydney are probably in general or like for like always going to be a little bit higher than Victoria, but not by half. Okay, so when I started investing in Perth, I was looking at properties in Perth, and they were apartments, 1, 2, 3 bedroom apartments, and the value was literally a quarter of properties in any other state. Perth's smaller than Sydney, it's smaller than Victoria, it's smaller than Brisbane, but for the properties to be valued that low is that's what you call like undervalued property. Okay, so when I see things like that, I start looking into the area and going, this property has potential. What are the other things I look at? I look at what is the cash flow on this property. If I buy this property, how much is it going to cost me versus how much rental income am I going to get? And after all expenses, including the mortgage, am I going to be neutral or positive? And if I'm neutral or positive, then that ticks the other box for me. So it ticks the market box, like a good upside for capital growth, and cash flow. Those two boxes are ticked, and those are when it comes to the big picture, those are the two ones that really, really matter. Okay, so I don't worry about, oh, okay, is the photos terrible, or like, is there a scratch on the wall, or does the property need painting, or this or that? Don't even, like, I just don't get into it. It doesn't bother me. I just make sure I'm buying the property at the right price. It's under market value. The cash flow is good, and if I can get a tenant in there, that's for the right price. That's what matters to me. So hopefully this helped. And when you look at investment properties, just don't sweat the small stuff, because you got to look at the big picture. And going from $45,000 to $1 million in 3 years, if I sweat the small stuff on every single deal that I did, I wouldn't have got as many deals as I did, and I wouldn't have made as much profit as we made. So cheers, guys. Just subscribe and hit the comments if you have any questions about that. Bye.